Okay, today let's get started with the new WebMonitor um, program. We have different components. What we need. We need, of course, the beamer exe for the mats itself to enter the result of the specific matches. We need the monitor exe, how we used it also in the past, because this is generating a new file, what the new software is using. And we need the publication software running. All these three things have to run to make everything work. Starting with the publication software, it's always recommended to let that run on the server, for example, just in the background, never close it, open in a server, leave it running, and work on some other computers. To getting started, like we open the tournament, I have here a test tournament, I go into it, and we first need to set up the scoreboards. So here in my test environment, I already have like some mats assigned, which are old, they're not up to date anymore. With the edit version and the delete button here, I can kick them completely out, so we are empty now. And then I would start on my local machine here, one of the tournaments, open the scoreboard, assign a mat number. Let's give it mat number 1, and also a virtual machine. I also start the beamer exe. So open up the tournament as in the scoreboard version, give this one mat number 2, and with doing so it will register here, and now we have 2 mats registered, and then I can start the competition. So the 2 mats are open. What the publication software does, it assigns the next match. So it gets the next match number and assigns it automatically to one match, so all the automatism is running. What is important that this works is here the option. In the option, you have to set up monitor exe. If you have still the old beamer exe selected, for example, that happens when you copy old tournaments. This could happen. Always double check here in the option that the new monitor exe preview is configured, so the automatism is working. Additionally, down here you have pretty new the function that you can set like I want to assign 2 matches first. So that means like 1 running match and 2 additional matches are already assigned to the mats. You can play around with that. The standard is 1. So always 1 match besides the current one is assigned to 1 mat. Okay, so now that we have started the competition, we will already get in the scoreboard a next match. Here down here, you already can see it in blue that we have a next match, and we can get that match here, and we can also get in the other one the 48. So we have 48 now in my virtual machine, and we have 44 in my current machine, on 44 on mat 1 and 48 on mat 2. So what is new now, or what we have to start, is the monitor exe. Also here we're gonna select the tournament and say match list. The same like it was in the past, but what is important is that this software is now generating a new file. That means this one has to also run beside the TVW publication, TVW publication software. It also has to run parallel. I would also recommend that to let that run on the server just constantly in the background. And what it does, it goes to the web monitor and it creates this file. It's a JSON file where some tournament general data into it, but also some, or also the match list itself with the pairings. That means like if you want to create your own software or you have some video solutions, you can access this file permanently and just read it every couple of seconds, and you have the information about the current status. This is completely offline functioning, what we are right now seeing, so there's no internet at the moment needed to do that. So, and if we want now the web monitor, we can either way start it going to the folder web monitor and start this exe file, or we use the shortcut in the monitor function, the web monitor one. Both is starting up this web monitor, which looks a little bit different than the other one. We have a couple of settings in here. We can make the stuff bigger and smaller. you can play around depending if your screens are big or small, or landscape, or whatever direction it has. Sometimes it makes sense to make them next to each other. So for example, we can go here 44, read from top to the bottom from left, 58, go down to 59. Maybe we can even make 3 rows. You have to play around with that settings, which fits best for you, for your scenario. Also, these logos you can remove if you don't want them. You just say like don't show the logos, and then it's just text. And maybe you also want to remove the club names, if that is clear and you have just the standard names, or you say like, oh, I also don't want to show the rounds, and you can remove that one here, and then you have just the names. Very straightforward. Just play around with the settings, what fits the best for you scenario. Okay, so what is next? So this is already running here. So let's see that. Also, like the current version, so the 2 matches which are currently on the mats operating or running, you can also activate that or deactivate it if you just want to show the next ones. And as soon as the matches starts on the mat, they disappear. We can try that now. For example, now it's off. So we have the next match is 49 on mat 1. So let's go to mat 1. Let that stuff run and say red one won by fall, save it, and we should already see that it's still like that. But as soon as we go to next match, now we selected 49 on the mat, um, it should disappear here exactly. So 49 is now gone, and it will assign now 51 to mat number 1. And if we want to still see the 49, we can say like, hey, please show us the current running matches. So we are seeing which matches are right now are operating on the different mats. This also depends on your screen, whatever you have to show it. Good. That is the offline version of it, which works completely without internet. And now we also have the same one online. And for this one, you could just go to the webpage turniere.ringerdb.de. You select your tournament, and here on the left side, you will find a point called Mat Overview. And then you're getting kind of the same screen what we have seen just now. But maybe you already see that here 48 is on mat number 2. If you go back to that one, 48 is mat number 2. It's still like that, but another one, 49, for example, 49 is assigned to mat 2, but in the local version, it's already operating on mat 1. So it's already a different state. And that is because the publication is not activated yet. So to use the online features, we need to go to the publication software and tell it also to enable the transfer the data, so it publicates every new information to the internet. And now we see it, just now it already happened. We could see that now everything is synchronized. It works now exactly simultaneously. And that opens up a lot of new possibilities, because you don't need Windows anymore. That's just a browser version. What you can do is that you just have, for example, the smart TVs. All of the smart TVs have now a web browser installed already inside of the system. You could just type in this URL and open that screen, and then you can already have the screen somewhere, for example, in the launch area or different areas. It also works in electric vehicles, for example. I know in my Tesla, for example, there's a browser integrated. You can start that and have live track of the current matches ongoing on the mats, or whichever comes next. Um, there's also no cable anymore needed, because this is completely decoupled. It goes through internet. That means like you can have a different network. You could have in the catering area just a hotspot of a mobile phone, for example, which is connected to the smart TV, and you could already display that information there. almost live, like maybe 2-3 seconds delay, that's it, and without having to run cables there and all that stuff. Okay, so what happens next is like, okay, let us finish this fight, for example. Let's go into fight number 49. Finish that match. Let's say win by fall, save. And what we also don't need anymore is to write papers and are running around with papers through the venue. We can do that. Everything is digital. As you can see, the people see everything on screen who wants, and if something is not okay, they will come to you and tell you. And what we do basically here, we go from the TVB PUB to the old TR software. And hold on, let me switch that to English. We also enter here. And in the match list, we can see now, remember we had match 49. In the bout list, we can see now a color system. So we see here in round one, we have yellow. That means there's like a lot of bouts or matches which are not checked yet. And also our 49 match is here yellow. And if we just double click that, it will jump there. Here's our match 49. And we can say, okay, this was victory by fall, 5 points after 5 seconds. We press save here, and then this is done. And that's how we can always check that one. Go back to the match list. If we press here F5, it will also update it. So we have the current state. And then you see the 49 is blue because we have checked it now. And this one we basically do for all the unchecked bouts. And if we checked all of them in the round, it will pair in the next round. That's how it works. Okay, I think that's all you need to know about the new web monitor.